Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are doing these very Christmassy red cutout nails. So I'm starting off on the pink kit with white acrylic, and I am just making sure that that is nice and neat near that cuticle, and then we are going to do a swoosh or a scoop into that using only the brush. So I was going to use the knife and that, but I just thought we would do this full cutout design just using the brush, no tools needed. So I'm just doing that into the scope that I like, and then I'm going to go and move on and do this nail, which is a gorgeous red glitter acrylic. So I will leave the links in the description for these products, but at the moment I've had to close my site for a while, so these won't be available just yet, but there will be anytime soon. So if you are watching this video in the future, these will be back online, but right now they're just not. I think this one is Ruby. It's called Ruby, should I say. So I'm just doing a full nail of that, and then I'm using some of this fibre, this red fibre, just to add a bit more dimension onto that glitter. Even though that is a gorgeous colour on its own, I just wanted something else in there. So I'm just sticking that in to that wet acrylic, and then I'm going to go back to the candy cane nail. So I am bleeding the back of these beads just so that they're not wet and they're just going to stay where I am putting them. So I'm putting them on and I'm pushing that up to that previous line, and then again I'll just use my brush just to shape that. So try and follow the previous line, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that that is nudged right up to that white. And then just make sure it is in the position where I want. So I'm just going to take that little tail off there because it would have been too long, and then just go back in and refine that up a little bit. And then we'll move on to this middle finger, which is, I had an error on my brush then. This red is also classy. So again, I'm just getting that cuticle nice and neat first, and then I will just drag this down that nail. And as you know by now, most of the colours I like to use as like a paint. So I'm just going to pull that down, make sure everything's how I want it. And then just on that tip, I'm just going to add a little bit more colour on there just to make sure that you cannot see through that nail. So on to the pointer finger. This one is Pink Whisper. So again, get that neat round that cuticle, and then I'm going to use my brush just to cut this off. Just where the tip of your nail grows, or your nail starts to grow away from your finger, if that makes sense. So right about there. So I'm just, because this is a thick bead, because I don't want to be doing this too thin, I'm doing a ledge on this one. So just make sure everything's how I want it to be, and then I'm just going to pat that down. Make sure you keep your thickness on this part, and them side walls need to be in and not stuck out. So even though that don't matter, you can still file that if they are a bit chunky, but if you just try and keep them into the shape before you leave that, that's better. So back onto this candy cane, and again I bled that bead out. And when you're using white as well, when you bleed your bead from all the liquid, it does keep the white a nice white. Don't dilute that white down a bit, because sometimes it can go a bit, not see-through, but you can tell if you bleed a bead with white, I think. And again, I'm just following that previous line with this white. Make sure that's pushed right up to that red. And then I'm going to quickly just make sure them sides are nice and flat towards that nail and not chunky. And then we're going to go in with think I go in with also Classy first. Yep. So I'm just going to put that up to that line that I made previously. So you get right around to them sides. Tidy that on so it's a nice line. Not that we're going to be able to see that once I put the tape on and stuff in a little bit. And then I'm going to do a line on this one as well, because I am going to add another colour in a minute. So just make sure that's nice and neat. If you want to, you can let these set up and then go in and file these, but there's no need for me to do it on this set, and you can't file curves anyway. So yeah, so I'm going in with the Ruby now, and I'm going to go, I'm surprised my dog hasn't jumped up because she's called Ruby. So I'm going to do the same with the glitter acrylic. So you can do these lines as thick as you want, as thin as you want. You could mix them up, you could have some thin, some thick. I don't think there's no right or wrong way to do your candy canes, it's whatever you like. And then on the tip of this pointer finger that I'm going back to now, I'm going to go in with the Ruby red glitter. So again, just push that up and then just bring that down, and then I will add a little bit of that fibre onto this as well, so that it matches that ring finger. So I'm just picking that up out of the pot and just dabbing that onto that wet acrylic. Okay, so we'll just finish this one off. So I'm going to go in with white next. Again, just push that up to that previous red and then scoop out the shape. And then I'm not going to wait now, I'm just going to go straight in and do the final little bit of red onto this one. So I'm going in there with Also Classy. So for the capping, I'm just going to show you on this one, because that is so thick at the nail bed area, you don't have to go and do any capping on there. So I'm doing the bead halfway down and putting that on backwards, and then I'm just going to drag that down just to cover that glitter and that fibre first. So you can see there's still a little bit of a dint in there, but the part near the cuticle is still thick, so I do not have to add anything there. So again, put it on backwards, and then I'm just going to fill that little dimp in, and then I'll shape that using my brush, and then I will cap the rest of these nails, and I will be back once I've done the filing and the clean up. Right then, so just a really quick design now on these. So on this candy cane, I decided I needed a little bit of gold on there, so I'm just going to outline a couple of these stripes. So I'm just going to pick a couple, and I'm going down with some gel polish, but you could use foil glue, because I'm using foils on this, so you could use foil glue, whatever you want, glitter, anything. So before I cure that, I am going to top coat the rest of these nails. So I did do the pointer finger as well, but I don't know why, but I cut that out. So I'm going to coat these two. And then I will bob these in the lamp to cure for a full minute. Okay, so when that's come out, on this gel polish, I'm going in with some silver transfer foil, and I'm just sticking that to that acrylic gel polish, because I just wanted that to pop a bit more and be a bit more shinier. So just make sure you've got all that pressed in nice, and it is standing out. You can do it in silver, you can do it in whatever colour you want. And then on the pointer finger, I'm going to line the blocks with gold striping tape. So I'm just placing that on, making sure that's stuck really tight, and then just trimming them sides off. Make sure them sides are pressed down. And then I'm going to do again on the bottom part. Like so, and then I am going to I've got capping on the brain. I'm going to add some little gems and these little star decorations that I've got. So these were just in a kit thing that I got off of eBay, and that does not want to come off. But you got like a little box and there were stars and diamonds and all sorts in there. So I just thought I'd use these because the gold and I think stars are pretty Christmassy, to be honest. So let's get them on. And can I just say, look at that glitter nail, that looks ace. I love that. Ace. Where's that come from? They just did not want to stick down these. I'll get there in the end though. So get the good old tweezers out. Always have them on my table when I'm doing stuff, because every time I try it with my fingers, everything just moves. So I'm just going to add a few little dots of clear gel. I'm just going to stick some little gold rhinestones to these. So these are really little tiny ones. And I'm just going to put 3 on. I think I put 3 on. I don't want to go too mad with this. So I'm just sticking them in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to top coat, make sure that tape's stuck down first. I'm going to top coat the pinky so that that foil does not move and come off when you're washing your hands or anything like that. And then I'm going to top coat over the striping tape as well, just so that that does not peel off. And then I will bob that into the lamp and I will leave you with the finished nails. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.